Hello, I am Chase Rose, Associate Wealth Advisor at Hixon Zuercher Capital Management.
And I'm Jessica Hinks, Senior Wealth Advisor at Hixon Zuercher. And we're here today to provide you a market and economic update for the month of October, looking back at the month of September.
Yeah. So I'll get us started with one of the big news stories from this past month. The Federal Open Market Committee, otherwise known as the Federal Reserve, cut interest rates for the first time in a little over a year. So the range is now between 4 and 4.25%. And really, there's been a lot of pressure, as people might have heard in the news, from the presidential administration for the Fed to begin cutting rates. However, the primary reason why that rate cut was put in place is because the job market is actually it's still strong, but it's been slightly weakening over the last few months or so. So they're starting to take action to try to combat that unemployment rate coming up. So, yeah.
Now, largely, some economic reports from the month of September, like the Department of Labor's jobless claims, actually have not come because of the government shutdown. So there's been other non-government reports that have been showing unemployment holding steady at 4.3%, but there are some signs of softening in job availability. However, there was some positive data we received before the government shutdown in September that showed the GDP rose in the second quarter the fastest it has in a couple of years. So it was revised up to 3.8%, which is good news.
Absolutely. And now for the Florida news story of the month. So this is... Now, we were both, I think you more so than me, were skeptical whether the story was true or not. But Ashley, our marketing coordinator, was able to verify with an article.
She showed me the mugshot and I believed it.
The mugshot. So deputies in Florida say a 42-year-old man sparked chaos at the county jail after showing up shirtless, holding a live alligator and demanding that they release his cousin immediately. Witnesses told investigators that earlier that day, this man took the alligator to the local gas station and tried trading it for a 6-pack of beer, where he must have thought that the alligator held some value because it was his legal counsel that passed the bar exam.
So he claimed,
yeah.
But apparently I Googled it. All having an alligator does illegally for you is get you a fine or 30 days in jail.
Yes.
So. As far as the market outlook for October, so with the government shutdown, at first, I thought that most lives weren't very impacted unless you work for the federal government. But if you're planning vacations, seeing any museums, state parks, certainly could affect you too. As far as the market goes, it does remain largely unimpacted by the government shutdown. Actually, the last handful of market performances through shutdowns has actually been fairly positive as well. Minimal volatility with good results 3 to 6 months out. That said, over the last 9 shutdowns, which was from 1981, the average length was actually 9 days. However, over the most recent 4 government shutdowns, the tenure has been much longer, averaging actually 18 days. So it could take some time to have some resolution. We will see.
And now as we move from September into October, we're actually transitioning from historically the worst performing quarter of the year, quarter 3, into the best performing quarter historically in quarter 4. Now, October itself is typically a little more volatile, but that is primarily due to the uncertainty leading up to elections, which we actually don't have in play this year. So there's definitely a lot of optimism, but there's also a lot of high valuations in the market, which will begin, we begin earnings season next week, and that will really start to unravel the uncertainty around where earnings are and will be moving forward, and where these companies' guidances are as we kind of move into the future in quarter 4 and into 2026. So outside of that, if you have any questions about your personal situation or the markets or economy in general, feel free to give us a call at 419-425-2400, or you can email us at hello@hzcapital.com, and we would love to talk with you. Until next time, I'm Chase, and this is Jessica. Have a good one.